Hello, babes. Welcome back to the Chase Life with Kelly show. I'm your host, Kelly Chase. I hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving. I know that the holidays is an interesting time. Very happy, joyful, cheerful, loving moments for some. And for some, it's, a reminder of not so great times, or perhaps it's not even a reminder. Perhaps you are currently living in the negativity, toxic relationships. Maybe you are, and I would think that if you're listening to this podcast, that you're a little bit evolved. You're probably on a self-love, personal development, healing journey. And I understand how you may not feel as connected or as aligned with your family members, even your friends. But specifically for the holidays, you're probably around a lot of your family members. And if they are not in the same frequency as you, you could either feel very drained after being around them, or like you don't belong anymore, something like that. So just know that I feel you, I hear you, I see you. And this is the magic of the work, quote unquote. The work is you getting to a place that you are so in heart space that you see people and you feel people for the love, and like you see them as like God sees them, right? Everyone's like a child of God, right? And so if God sees everyone as beautiful and unique but with nothing's wrong with them, things like that, like everyone's equal. So if as you do more of this work and you heal wounded parts of you, you will begin to see, and through God's eyes, more or less. Like I've been in situations where I'm like, okay, this isn't necessarily like the environment that I want to be in, but wow, these people have gone through so much. They're just like me. I am just like them. And it's beautiful to sit and have a conversation with them, or just even if you don't feel like that's where you're at yet in your journey, it's just really good to acknowledge where you are at in your journey and bring awareness to the fact that although you may feel that there is difference and there's toxicity and there's lots of trauma wounds and inner child wounds and parent wounds, mother wounds, father wounds, sister, sibling, brother wounds, whatever the case may be, just know that as you do the inner work, it gets better. Period. You're able to hold space better for people. You're able to just see differently. You're able to have a little bit more compassion for people. I don't know how to explain it except for how I'm explaining it right now. Like, I just have so much more compassion and grace for people. Yeah, of course, I'm around my parents for the holidays, and 98% of the time, it's great. There are some times I'm like, and because I can't stand how maybe they behaved or reacted to something. And it's a very low vibration or a very limited belief or something that I have reminded myself of is not true. Like that's a wound coming out. That's a wound being projected. This is, just a limiting belief. It's a limiting story. It's a fear. It's a ew. I don't even know how to explain it. It's an ew. It's an ick, as the younger generations say. But it's so true. Like I do get triggered, but in those moments, I sometimes speak up and I'm like, okay, let's be nice. Let's say my parents got into it, or maybe I, lowered my vibration for a minute and I reacted a certain way. And I'm like, Kelly, check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's the same thing. Like I may say out loud something like, okay, let's be kind. And just a helpful reminder for everybody. Or if I get triggered, I ask myself on the inside, like internal conversation, internal dialogue, What is this showing me? Why am I getting so triggered right now? It's all about awareness. Every little thing is about awareness. Okay. So the beautiful thing about the holidays, even if it is just, you just hate being around the people that you are having to be around. One, it's a choice. You don't have to be around those people. But what is making you go? Fear. Fear. Let me say that again. Fear, everybody. Fear is the reason why you are going. Fear, what people will think about you, what people will say about you, how they will, like, they're going to judge you. What are they going to say about you when you're not there? Oh, are they too good for us now? They can't even hang out with us. Oh, well, what's wrong with them? Like, why are they being like that? Who the F cares? Who cares? Okay. So if you don't feel like you are in an emotional space to hold space for how other people act, because you're going to be around it for the rest of your life, then maybe you choose not to go. Or maybe you choose to go, be surrounded by people who love you and care about you, that are just learning and they're growing too, and hold space and give compassion for those people. Now, of course, if you were putting yourself in a situation that is not healthy at all, like abusive, we're talking abusive, physical, emotional, all the things, don't go. Don't put yourself in those situations. Again, it is a choice. Don't be afraid of what someone's going to think about you, what they're going to say about you, who the F cares. We don't care. Okay. Because you have to look out for yourself. It's called self-love. It's called self-care. Okay. So boundaries, put them up, or maybe you go for like 2 hours or you go for an hour, but you don't stay for 8 hours or whatever the case may be. I'm just sharing helpful reminders. But the more that you do the inner work, the more you will be able to go to spaces where it is a lower vibration and you can hold it, because you are vibrating at a higher frequency, and then you will hold it with more compassion and love for the other people there. So just wanted to share that with you. So I do want to talk about goddess magic. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but because it really, like, you're going to have, by going through goddess magic, you are going to have a glow up. Like when you learn information, okay, like when you learn information, you have awareness around it. So, like, let's say you're dating someone or let's say when you were a kid, not to touch a pan because it's hot on the stove, but you do it anyways. Why'd you do that? I don't know. Right? I don't know why I did that. Or you acted out. Right? Why did you do that? Like, what's wrong with you? Of course. And then the whole dialogue of like, what's wrong with me starts playing. There's that story then that perpetuates because we continue to find evidence that there's something wrong with us further and further into life. And then we act up, we become people pleasers, we become mischiefs, whatever the case. However, your subconscious decides to translate all of that information. That's what you will become. With that being said, but when you have the awareness of something, you may not apply it, you may not embody it immediately, but at least you have the awareness. And the awareness is the key and the tool to change. So over time, you will learn your lessons, and you will receive all these beautiful gifts, aka the lessons. And with that, you will be able to break the cycle and break the pattern of the fears and the limiting beliefs and the stories that you keep telling yourself that are creating particular behavioral patterns. And once you can cut those behavioral patterns, once you can stop the behavioral patterns and break the cycle for good, then you have like healed potentially generations of the same thing. And because you heal it, you won't do it when maybe if you have children or whatever in the future, like if you choose to do that, if you choose to have children, then you won't be passing it down because you will be behaving differently to produce a different outcome for your child. Woo! It's a lot, but it's a lifelong transformation, because as soon as you have the awareness, the key to change, you really can't go back. Like what Goddess Magic does, it gives you information. You get many journal prompts And you are literally expanding your mind. You are literally changing the neuroplasticity in your mind, changing like the codes in your cells to produce different behaviors, because it's producing different thoughts, it's expanding, you're producing different thoughts, you're producing more improved thoughts, you're producing more abundant thoughts, therefore creating different actions, creating different outcomes and results. And then you get different results. So it's a beautiful program. Okay, speaking of the program, let me say this. I'm just gonna run through it real quick because, and I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. I have to leave for Jacksonville tomorrow for my work trip. This is my last go to Jacksonville for work, which I am delighted about because I think it was just a lot, because I had a lot of personal trips going on too. Maybe it wouldn't have been so much since September if I had not had so many personal trips too. But regardless, going for one more go with my job and then back home for a little while. Okay, so with the Goddess Magic program, I want to break this down for you and tell you a little bit about the modules. And I'm sorry if you're not interested in this. If you're listening to this and you're like, I don't really care, you may want to just keep tuning in because there's something that may speak to you about the modules, or maybe a particular module speaks to you. And it would be a beautiful space for you to really catapult yourself into that next level version of you by going through these modules. Because where I was at years ago, it's like I was working out, I was eating healthy, and I still felt very disconnected and lost. And like, what is life? I just didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what my passions were. I didn't know what I liked, what I disliked. I didn't know anything. I just was like, I'm going through the motions every day and they tell us to be healthy. We got to work out and eat well. Okay, great. But what is the health, the significant health for spirituality and career and business and your, physical, nutritional, career health, business health, all of it, relationship health from your romantic partners, your family, familial, your social, like all of it. This is the work that makes it actually freaking improve. You could eat really well and you can work out every single day, but it's not necessarily going to really like leap you into that next level version of you who is literally calling in higher vibrational opportunities, higher vibrational people, higher vibrational, all the things. Are you going to get smacked sometimes with a low vibe something? Yes, you are. Because again, it's then your gift to be like, okay, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this challenge? What am I going to do with this struggle right now? How can I turn this into gratitude and use it for good? So I can speak, it's just great. So there are like 24 modules in Goddess Magic. First, we run through, welcome to Goddess Magic. I do a welcome video, and then I go into a video about understanding the mind. I will help you understand the unconscious and the conscious mind, how it works, what it does. And I just made a little hint to that a few moments ago when I said changing the neuroplasticity in your mind to help you think different thoughts, then it will create different actions and create different results. That is what you are going to learn. You're going to learn that. You're going to learn it even deeper of like, how it affects you negatively, like, depression, anxiety. Whereas if you are accepting positive thoughts, it's going to propel you and activate you to move forward with positivity, more peace, more excitement, more joy, happiness, that type of stuff. And then we're going to go into, and that literally that module, and it is module number 2, understanding the mind, is probably one of the most powerful modules in this entire program, because that module, if you like, literally only 4% of the population operates at this level. Okay. 4% of the population operates because, based on the concepts of this, of understanding their mind. When you master your mind, you can master everything. Master the mind, master anything. Your relationships, your career, your business, your physical health, your spiritual health, all of it. Master your freaking mind. You can master anything. So it is the most powerful module in this entire program. I talk with my hands a lot. I'm so sorry. The next module is alignment and ascension. When you get aligned, you ascend. You get aligned, you ascend. So the more that you understand your mind and you have the keys, that awareness, right? You have the keys, you can start to change things for yourself and you get more into alignment with who you want to become and you ascend. It's like you keep stair stepping up these different frequency levels and you just keep ascending the more that you're aligning to who you really want to be. It is a beautiful thing. Probably all of it is important, but it's really understanding alignment and ascension. And then I put in a meditation. It is connecting within. I really encourage you guys to lean into meditation. People can call this prayer, but sitting in stillness, really, like you just sit there in silence. A lot of us, and I did this, years ago before I started meditating, or just sitting in silence, like I said, I was just going. And I think it's because I was avoiding healing because I didn't know that I needed healing, right? I was avoiding personal development because I didn't know I needed personal development. Like those things were going to be like the kicker that was going to transform my entire life. And they did. Someone on the internet, displayed to me something I had never heard before, something I'd never seen before. And that right there was like the catalyst to my greatest awakening. And you just need one person. So I hope that this program or this podcast, if you decide never to go through the program, but I hope this podcast in general can help be the catalyst to help you to start to transform your life. It's the holiday. I saw this on someone's Instagram the other day, and it's like, all the Black Friday stuff, right? And this woman posted something about, you can like, everyone else is out there buying all this stuff, for temporary pleasure, basically, when you could be investing in yourself, investing in coaching programs, investing in therapy, investing in things that are going to actually make you more aligned with who you want to be and ascend you to the person you are becoming. Like, I was like, boom, boom. I'm probably going to create content around that too. Like, I fucking loved it. Excuse my French, but I did. I loved hearing that. I was like, yeah, that's so right. Because that's like where I invest a lot of things. My mom keeps asking me like what I want for Christmas. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can, I'll buy the things that I like, small things that I want, like a new baking sheet or something. But I'm also like, okay, well, maybe that would be nice to like get from her. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it's about experiences. I would rather like go on a trip, or I would rather have an experience with my family, like go see the Nutcracker or something like that. Like that's what I would prefer, an experience. And coaching programs, therapy sessions, women's circles, women's retreats, couples retreats, all of that is an experience that is going to help you to understand your mind, get in alignment with who you're becoming, and ascend into abundance. Okay, so then there's the next set where you're going into soul aligned money magnet, redefining success and money. There are like 8 modules. Yes, there are 8 or 9 modules in this part of the program. It is to help you redefine success and money. Why do we need to redefine success and money? Because of all of our limiting stories. And you may even like, you're not even aware. Like you're literally like, even if you make like $3 million a year, you might not be aware of your money stories. This is the program that I went through and I recreated it for you all. I put this together years ago. So it is older videos. You're going to be grossed out by my like yellow walls in my house. But it is very powerful information. And the reason I wanted to put all of this in here is because this is one of the very first programs that I went through that started to shift everything for me. So I do a video on becoming a money magnet, like what that is, what that means. The beginning, like we're going into the beginning. So two modules in the beginning is the importance of celebration and gratitude and the vision of Be Do Have. First one, the importance of celebration and gratitude. If we are not celebrating and living with gratitude, you're vibrating at a lower frequency. So when you celebrate, and I don't just mean like your wins, when you celebrate even the struggles, the challenges, the losses, that didn't work. I tried this, it didn't work. Or, my marriage failed, it didn't work. I'm a failure. Celebrate it. Sounds crazy, but at the end of the day, there's a reason why that is happening, and God knows exactly what is meant for you, and it will be shown to you. So, yes, this stinks. Yes, this has put, if there's children involved, this has put my children in a very bad situation. But I know God has a plan for me, and I know everything is working out exactly how it's meant to be. And I am so grateful for that. And I am going to celebrate this right now, because in this moment, I know that I have faith, and there's a glimpse of hope that everything is working out exactly as it's meant to. We go deeper into that, obviously, in the course. The vision, be, do, have. If we are living our life in the have, do, be, then we are not really, we're trying to chase all the time. But if we become the version of ourselves that we want to be now, then as we be her, and then we take inspired, aligned actions from the place of already being her, then we will have all the things that we desire, or something better. But if you're like, well, once I have this, or, once I'm this age, or once I lose 10 pounds, or once I get promoted, or once I, go on 4 dates, then I'll do the thing, and then I'll be more worthy, and he'll think of me differently, and he'll love me, and blah, 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 blah. No, be that person now. You are worthy now. You are loved now. So be that woman who knows herself, is confident in herself, knows how to be in her power, hold her power, and attract the man who can hold her in her power. So you have to be, then do, then you'll have. Next part of this section is disconnect to reconnect. So we have disconnect to reconnect, and income and impact. Disconnect from the limiting beliefs, the stories, the fears, the doubts, and reconnect or connect to a new story, a new belief. You're rewriting your story here. Income and impact. Okay, so many of you may just, have, not just, I say just, it's a beautiful thing to only be working one job. Maybe you have a career and that you love to go to every day. Maybe you don't. Maybe you hate your job. Again, this is why this program is created, because it's going to help you redefine who you are and figure out what you want to do in life. But income and impact. When you are creating impact equals income. You do not create impact because you are with the motive and the, motivation that, oh, well, when I do this, then I know I'm going to get paid for this. No, it's, I'm going to just keep creating content, keep creating impact, because I know at some time money will come in, because it does. That's what it does. It's a byproduct of you serving. It is a byproduct of you creating. It is a byproduct of you being who you want to be, getting paid to be yourself. Create more impact. So it's rewriting your story around income and impact. It's a beautiful lesson. Okay, and then the next section is let go and receive. So you have 2 little sub modules in here: redefining success and rise and receive. Redefining success is exactly that. How do you currently define success? A lot of people think that, they can't have both love and money. They can't be in a beautiful partnership and have a lot of money, or be well off or wealthy, or however you define that. That's what this module is going to help you define, helping you define and redefine what success means to you. What does wealthy mean to you? What does being rich, do you care to be rich? Do you care to be wealthy? Do you want to have more than enough money? Do you want to have just some to get by? What is it that you are at where are you at right now? What does success mean to you? Success to some people is living off of $30,000 a year, living in a mobile home or a van that they have flipped and made into a home, and they're driving around the country, and they are just, enjoying the land of this country and living a very, very simple life. That could be wealth and success to a lot of people. Enjoy. So it's up to you to define what success means for you and hold that vision of that success. For me, what does success for me mean? I believe that you can have both love and money. I want to be wealthy in the sense of being able to live the life that I want to live. So if I just on a Monday, let's say today, it's Sunday, let's say I'm like, you know what? I just kind of want to go to Italy next week. And I pack up my shit. Excuse me, it's not going to be shit. I pack up my things and I go. No questions asked because my money is working for me and I continue to create the impact that I want to create. Sounds kind of lovely, I think. To me, sounds lovely. And I want my lover to be next to me. And it's just to enjoy life. So whether that's 6 figures, or multiple 6 figures, or maybe that's multi-millions. I don't know. I don't have necessarily a set number. I just know that with probably multiple 6 figures that I can more easily live the life that I would like to live. It gives you freedom. And that is what we were all looking for. We came into this world, pretty free. And it's time to really step into that freedom and claim it. So we have to redefine what success means for us so that we can live a more free life. And then we go into rise and receive. So you rise, it's kind of like alignment and ascension, but as you rise, you begin to receive more opportunities. You begin to receive the desires that you're looking for. And if not what you're looking for, something better. And you may actually receive something that's like really challenging and is hard. And it's maybe a heartbreak or heartache. But again, you rise and you receive the things that are meant for you. And those things that you receive, you turn into gifts. Everything is a gift. And then the last part of this section is celebration, okay? Like you're celebrating the fact that we just completed this one section. And the 2 modules that are in this is Drop the Motherfucking Money Struggle. And I love that title because it's so true. We all need to do that. And I got it from one of my mentors, Amanda Francis. She loves saying that. I think it's one of her courses is actually called Drop the Motherfucking Money Struggle. But expansion, and the last little part is expansion, elevation, and celebration. So we're going to drop the motherfucking money struggle. We're done living to those stories, living behind those fears, keeping stuck, playing small, all the things. It's time to rise up and receive the gifts that we're meant to receive and live the life that we want to live. So we're going to expand, we're going to elevate, and we're going to celebrate the heck out of this. We're going to start loving life. We're going to wake up every day with goals. We're going to wake up every day being the person that we want to be, acting from that space. We're going to just live in gratitude. Okay, and then we go into 4 modules. That is about self-love, relationships, and attracting soul-aligned, whether it is romantic partners, your soul-aligned clients, let's say for career or business. Healing, growth, and expansion is the first module. Healing, growth, expansion. What does that look like for you? What do we need to do to heal? What are your stories around your current relationship dynamic? What are around intimacy, self-love, loving someone else, how you've been loved, how your parents loved you, what behavioral patterns that you recognize right now? What cycles are you in right now when it comes to love and dating? Do you see, maybe you're married, and like, what do you see in your relationship there? So then we go into becoming the one. Who do you need to become to have the type of relationships that you want, to attract the type of relationships that you want? Then we go into becoming a boundaries badass. You have to have boundaries, plain and simple, in anything that you do, any relationship, whether it is family, romantic, work related, you have to have boundaries in place. The boundaries create respect. They create respect, period. Increasing your self-worth. How are you going to do that? So we're going to go through, like a self-care ritual, like what self-care practices can you put in place to increase your self-worth and remind you who the heck you are? Okay, so after all of that is said and done, now we have redefined success. We've redefined money. We've transformed our relationship with money. We started transforming our relationship around love. So Goddess Magic is a program that helps you transform your relationship around love, success, and money, redefining all of that, stepping into a higher level, a higher version of yourself. And then with that, there's kind of like some 4 or 5 bonus episodes, but it is all a part of the program because it's the online business accelerator. Okay. I wanted to add these few modules in because you may feel at the end of this like, oh my gosh, like, who do I want to become? Like you may love your career, like I said, but maybe there's something else that pulls you. Maybe you have another passion that you would love to help other people with. So maybe you want to become a coach. Maybe you want to become a consultant. Maybe you want to open a hair salon. Maybe you want to open up a furniture store, whatever the case may be, a gardening business. Maybe you want to go back to school. But the rest of the program is about online business. And so I'm going to take you through, I have a real vulnerable conversation video with you about real talk. It's business burnout and remembering our worth. You have to remember your worth. I kind of said this in one of our latest episodes where I was like, what do you really want? And then reverse engineer that, because business burnout is a thing. You may start out with something and you're like 6 weeks in or 6 months in, you may be like, I am so burned out. I don't want to do this for my business anymore. I like this part of my business, but I don't want to do this. Or maybe you're in your career and your career is burning you out. How can you maybe start creating something different? So this is helping you to actually set up your own like online coaching or online consulting, where you can create your own digital courses. So anyways, I just talk about the realness of it. And then I go into get rich with your niche. Who is your client? Who are you trying to impact? Who are you trying to serve? Who are you trying to help? Then I go into post-it note method, creating your own course curriculum. This is an awesome thing. I learned it from my friend Jess Glazer, who is a freaking powerhouse business strategist. Post-it note method is literally you create your course out of post-it notes. You stick them on your wall, you stick them on your refrigerator, however you need to stick them. Put them up, and then you can change. You put like basically like categories, and I have a video on this. So you have categories on what you want to teach. Let's say it's like you want to be a health coach. So you may do fitness, like workouts. You may do nutrition. You may do self-care. Let's just say it's those 3 things. And then you do little like subcategories. Okay, we're going to do like a leg day or a lower body day, an upper body day, total body day, just an ab day, nutrition. Let's talk about the greens. Let's talk about vegetables. Let's talk about fruit. Let's talk about the importance of protein. What are different proteins that you can be eating? Or however you want to do this, self-care, or we're meditating, are we doing the magical morning? Are we going for walks? Are we praying? Are we reading, personal development books? How are you going to create your modules, right? So your course curriculum in order. So to put a course together, put a digital course together or a program. And then I teach you like how to do these things. Okay. And then Instagram bio audits. You want to change your Instagram to more of a business account because you want to start attracting people into your new business. And that's where I leave it. I want to give you the very, very, very fundamental tools as of right now. I will probably add more, or maybe take you into an actual like business course at some point, or I will refer you out to, friends of mine that are business strategists, business coaches, and then you can choose who you want to work with from there. But I just want to empower you and inspire you after you have transformed your relationship with love, success, and money, that you can freaking do anything too. You can start creating the impact and income that you deserve and desire. And then things just start happening. They just start happening, but you have to understand the mindset part. You have to understand the mindset part first, because personal development and business go together. Personal development and your career go together. It will only improve that. Personal development and your relationships go together. Personal development, spirituality go together. Personal development and physical health go together. It's all connected. It is all freaking connected. So you have to go into it. Have to do them together. A lot of people say, a lot of entrepreneurs will say it is like 10% or 20% strategy, 80% mindset, period. End of the story. So I'm helping you get your mind right And so then you can start your business, or you can use a lot of these tools or all of these tools and techniques in your career. If you never want to start a business and become an entrepreneur, that's totally fine. You don't have to. But I promise I do believe that it may empower you to do something like this. And I'm literally giving you tools to go through. So that is Goddess Magic. It's $333 for a one-time payment, or it is $111 3-month payment plan. Like, y'all, I know if you're listening to this, you can invest in that. It's literally, I mean, this is years. It's 24 modules, guys. And with that price, it locks you in. So like, you don't have to pay. If I add modules to the actual Goddess Magic course, you do not have to pay more money for that. Now, if I create a whole other course, then that will be separate. But Goddess Magic, if I decide to add any more modules to this, and again, it's 24 modules, I do suggest you go one to two modules a week, that you actually are sitting down, taking notes, doing the journal prompts. That could take like 3 to 6 months to go through. So for 3 to 6 months, you're getting it for $300. Are you kidding me? That is like, I'm basically giving it to you. I literally am pretty much giving it to you. I started this work in 17, the end of 2017. Really dove in 2018. So for 6 years already. And I have spent probably nearly $100,000 on this information, and I'm giving it to you for $333. Again, a freaking steal. So highly suggest you move into Goddess Magic. Highly encourage it. Literally, if you want the biggest glow up of your life in the next 6 months, this program is for you. And if you don't, then that's fine. Stay stuck and you'll be wondering where your life could have been had you just started this 6 months ago, next year. Anyways, I can't wait to have you guys in there. There is a Q&A. If you scroll down to the bottom of the website page, this is all linked in the show notes. So please check it out. Please just do yourself a favor and look at it. There's no one-on-one coaching. There's no group coaching at this time. Because of work, my full-time job, I cannot do it. And I'm creating leaders. I'm here to create a leader in you. I'm leading myself on this podcast to lead you into taking action for your highest good. So I'm leading you to lead yourself right now. I'm not here to beg you. I'm not here to like persuade you. I'm not hopping on a sales call with you. You don't need it. You know what you need. You don't need a sales call. You know what you need to change your life. It's inside of you already. Goddess Magic is inside of you. You are a magical goddess, and this program is going to awaken all of that inside of you for $333. So can't wait for you to go through it. I love you. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram about it, at Chase Life with Kelly. But I did want to finish this episode with just a little thing that I am doing. I think because of all the travel, and it's no excuse, like literally like everything is a choice. So I'm going to preface this, like, I know it's a choice. I know it's an excuse when I say, I know it's because of all the travel. People travel all the time and they still create time for moving their body. But whatever, there's family issues, there's relationship stuff, like there's just been things, going on. And maybe some days I'm just like, I get behind in my career, in my work tasks. And then I'm like working till like 9 o'clock at night, which is a boundary that I have chosen to not honor, because I don't need to be working like that. So, because I have other things to work on, and, I have a life outside of my career. And I think that that's a beautiful thing for all of you to look at too. Are you overworking? Because where you're putting more of your energy and focus on, you are neglecting another area of your life. Say that again. Where you are putting more of your energy, like obsessively, like overdoing it, what else are you neglecting? Or where in your life are you neglecting something else? Maybe you need to like get out of your house and go for a walk. Maybe you need to like go watch the Nutcracker somewhere, at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. Maybe you need to go on like a little mini trip. Maybe it'd be great to like take your kids to an outing. I try being inclusive as much as possible on here because I don't know exactly like if you're single or married or in relationships. So I'm just including everybody. But like, get out and do something, Like I was driving by this Christmas market here in Buckhead earlier after my workout, and I was thinking like I want to go with someone. Like that would be fun to go walk through it with someone. And I was like, well, I could go do that. And so I might in a little while go do that. Otherwise, later on, maybe next weekend, I'm gonna go do that. And I don't care. Like it doesn't matter. You don't have to be with anybody to go have fun and enjoy yourself. Like you probably have more fun. Not like I'm a big love date, solo date type of person. Literally, you don't have to entertain anybody. You just go and entertain yourself, and it's great. So, anyways, just went on a tangent with that. Just self-love, guys. It's just great. But anyway, so I have decided, because there are certain areas of my life that I was neglecting, I am going to do a 30-day challenge. It started today because it's December 1st. I am going to go through the year. And honestly, I did this for the long term. It's not just a 30-day challenge. I'm doing 30 days because it takes 21 days to create a habit, or to change a habit. So I think it's 21 days to create a habit, and then like 60 or 90 days to actually change the habit. Sometimes people do like 21 days and then like fall off the wagon, and then they so creating the consistent habit, my body's going to start feeling better, because that's the 30-day challenge is creating, I'm going to do a workout a day. And that could just be like, honestly, it could be like a 30-minute walk outside. But essentially, I really want to do like a workout, either strength training or yoga or maybe Pilates. I hate Pilates, but it is good for you. And it challenges me in different ways. And then going for walks. I really know that my mental health really needs to go outside and go for walks. I know it's getting colder here, especially in Georgia. It's probably freezing in other parts of the country, and other parts of the world that, if you listen from another country, and it's getting winter time. Like, yeah, I get it. It's going to be like 0 degrees. So it's gonna be freezing everywhere, but bundle up and go outside. I swear it's really good for your mental health to just connect with nature. So that is one thing that I'm doing, is every day a workout, and then also creating reels every day. I'm going to do 30 days of reels. If I post more, think great. I mean, maybe I'll do 2 reels a day or something. But at least minimum 1 reel a day. I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things on my mind. Obviously, I have a podcast. And I really just want to create more impact. And I know I've told you this before, but I've like played small, and I don't like it when I'm on social media and I see people that maybe I was in like a mastermind with years ago, and they're like, what looks like crushing life. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm crushing life. I know comparison is the thief of joy, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I have those same thoughts too. And comparison does crush joy. So I think that if I create more than I consume, and I know we've had this conversation too, but creating is going to help me not consume and scroll. So, and plus I don't have time. Like if I'm, I do my workout in the morning, I come home, I shower, I get ready for work, I eat breakfast, I work all day, come home, maybe go for a walk, clear my mind a little bit, create some content, and then maybe go do something in my city. It's the holidays. Maybe there's some like fun holiday things. And again, whether it's me just going by myself or whatever, I don't care. Or maybe I just want to watch a movie on my couch. That's cool too. But it's creating balance in my life, becoming who I want to become, and I want to create the impact, because you guys deserve it. I don't just want Goddess Magic to be the resource for you. You can go to my content on social media and be able to consume information that way. But I want it to encourage you to start creating content of your own, or creating something in your life that holds purpose and meaning for you too. So if you want to join my challenge, I am saving it to highlights, potentially probably, I'll figure it out, but I'm going to try and save it all to a highlight. So if you guys want to kind of just follow along and just be inspired or motivated, or you just want to follow along, or maybe it'll inspire you to take action too and do the 30-day challenge with me of creating a reel and doing a workout every day. I think that would be great. You can tag me on your social media if you do it, and just document it. Like, obviously if you create a reel, it's going to be documented, but like maybe you share your reel so I can see it. Or if you do a workout, take a sweaty selfie and post it on your Instagram and tag me. I would love that. But anyways, I just I just want so much for so many people, because I get into this feeling of like, I just want people to feel how I feel on the inside. And it makes me emotional because I'm like, if people just felt this way, their life would be so fucking different. I know I cuss, but it's because I get passionate about things. But it's like your life would be so different if you just leaned into you. You worked on you. You focused on you. At the gym today, I ran into a girl that I only met one other time. We did a workout class like a year ago together, and it was just it happened because it needed to happen. She was like, I'm in such a better place right now. But like, she was talking about the fact that she's been just focusing on her. And she was like, it just makes me feel a lot better. And it's helped me cope with the thing that she was going through last year. She's like, so I know that it's just like taking care of myself and pouring into me is like what is like the game changer. And I'm like, yes. Like, yes, absolutely. Like that it really is. And when I think I've talked about this too in the past, it's like when you're in a romantic relationship, like don't lose yourself in that relationship, because if that relationship is gone, who are you? So you have to continue to focus on yourself, create a strong foundation, and then just let your partner complement that foundation. Let them be the decor. But you are so strong in your foundation. Be so strong in your foundation. And the only way to do that is mastering your mind, taking freaking good care of yourself. So please just listen and start taking different action. Become the version of you you know you can become, because she is inside of you. She is waiting to be unleashed. And it's time to unleash your goddess magic. So, anyways, I love you guys. I have a couple of guests coming up for the show, but I do love doing these solo episodes too. I get really passionate about it. Kind of takes me a minute sometimes to like get in the groove, but like once I get going, we good. And it feels really good. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying for this entire episode. And yeah, check out Goddess Magic if you feel called, if you feel led, if you feel like it's time. Trust me, it is. And if you feel a nudge at all, like don't think about it. Don't think, just do. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will talk to you next week. All right.